Keep a sharp eye out, lads. Someone's targeting our network. The distillery might be next.
This will complicate things.
Someone's been killed! Good God. There's been a murder! Somebody stop!
You should not go about frightening respectable gentlemen, young man.
I didn't realize snooping around was considered gentlemanly.
Snooping? Sir, I assure you.
Keep vigilant!
Quick, inside. That was too close a call. You, young man, gave me quite a fright. I thought you were one of them. But I realize now why you're here. Same reason I am, I imagine.
I imagine?
I believe I found something, young man. Rather impressive contraption, wouldn't you say?
I've seen bigger.
Look a bit dodgy to me.
Datura stramonium, or devil's snare as it is commonly called. That goes into the syrup. And opium, no less. Revolting. Absolutely sickening. A favorable way to proceed, wouldn't you agree? Oh dear. Find a way out of here, quickly. What about the other valves?
Take a wild guess.
Very well, young man.
How much do they sell this panacea for anyway?
No idea. The shit they put in it, they won't lack for. Oh. No idea. But with the shit they put in it, they won't lack for profits, I'm sure.
I see someone! He's right there! There! Just see him!
Right on, you. I can put it on with him.
Where's he going?
I've got a shot! Can't just bloody evaporate it.
Try to get that off!
Well done, dear boy. Well done. Charles Darwin, delighted to make your acquaintance.
Jacob Frye, the pleasure's all mine.
While you were busy wreaking havoc, I found this. It indicates that a sample of every batch has been sent to Lambeth Asylum.
I wonder if it's visiting hours.
Don't be so hasty, Mr. Frye. Many people work at Lambeth. You wouldn't want to attract unwanted attention.
And what's the fun in that?
Not every problem can be solved by blowing things sky high. Sometimes a little discretion is in order. It's getting late. I will meet you at the asylum to continue our investigation.
You and I may not agree, but I have never done you wrong, sir. Never, I say.
Mr. Owen, you are truly...
I have told you before, sir, I had nothing to do with that anonymous article. Nothing, I say.
That is a lie, sir. And you know it.
Bah, I don't have time for this nonsense.
Nonsense! It is my name and reputation you have willfully besmirched, sir. My very name.
Bah! Drive, damn you, drive!
That is Richard Owen, a vile, despicable wretch of a man.
Really? I could have sworn you were close friends.
Mr. Owen works at the asylum. He will know who made the syrup. Get him! Get him!
Faster, you nitwit! Faster!
Walk on, Bill.
Whatever Darwin is paying you, it's not worth it. You realize how much trouble you're in?
None at all?
If you're trying to eliminate me from me, and you're wasting your time.
I've always wondered how much of a beating this type of vehicle could take. Steady on.
Let's stop! The river Thames! Better speak now, old man!
Stop! For pity's sake, stop, or I will tell you everything I know! Dr. Elliotson! Dr. John Elliotson! He formulated the elixir! He's the man you want! Not me! I beg you, good sir! Stop this madness!
Now, was that so hard?
Come on!
Yes!
Doing fine, girl.
Mr. Frye, I trust that you had a productive meeting with Mr. Owen?
Oh, yes, we had the most wonderful chat. I found out the man behind Starrick's soothing syrup is John Elliotson.
Dr. Elliotson, I haven't heard that name in a long while. He was a brilliant heart specialist until he became obsessed with phrenology and mesmerism. It ruined his career. Well, how shall we proceed?
Oh, with all respect, Mr. Darwin, I believe I should proceed alone. After all, we wouldn't want to attract any unwanted attention.
Sounds very wise. Good luck, my boy. Oh, and Mr. Frye, should you find yourself with any free time, please do call on me.
Draw your weapons and fire! And then he tells her to bugger off.
But she can't get out without her key.
Can't say I'm surprised. I was expecting as much.
Where would I find the doctor?
Ah. As you've just witnessed, the application of too much pressure can sometimes result in unexpected outcomes. Unfortunately, it appears I've ruined the organ. Send up a cadaver.
At once, Dr. Elliotson.
I don't care about your ethics. And I care even less about your damn patience. Now hand over your keys.
What are you doing?
Haven't you heard? You're fired. Now bugger off.
How to do it.
While we are waiting, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science of mind. The idea that one can point out connections and relations which exist between the condition of the fundamental brain and perhaps more importantly the manifestations of the mind is no longer a pervasive phenomenon. Yet as we previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of mind teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental faculties of the patient. For instance, this specimen's overdeveloped organs found on either side of the lower back of its head, the protuberances previously measured, establish the correctness of both police records and medical observation. I am, of course, referring to the specimen's tendency to provoke assault, and desirable propensities which were only suppressed by the use of the despite the specimen's violent reaction to the procedure, a soothing surgery senses can be done without suffering. You have just witnessed is nothing less than the undeniable effectiveness of the medicine.
helps, and bed 6 is a violent lunatic, so she may try to bite you when you give her her morning.
Yes, Doctor.
Have I forgotten anyone?
There's the patient in bed too.
Yes, what of him?
We've been unable to get him to take his lithium salts.
Can anyone help me? I'm trapped in here.
As you wish, Doctor.
Yes. I think
Is there anybody out there? Let me out of here!
While we await, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science of the mind. The idea that one can point out connections and relations which exist between the conditions and development of the brain, and perhaps more importantly, the manifestations of the mind, is no longer a pervasive phenomenon. Yet, as we have previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of the mind teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental faculties of the patient. For instance, this specimen's overdeveloped organ is found on either side of the lower back of its head. The protuberances previously measured established the correctness of both police records and medical observation. I am, of course, referring to the specimen's tendency to provoke assault. By the use of the soothing serum. Despite the specimen...
Get the bastard!
While we await, I shall resume my discourse on phrenology, the only true science of the mind. The idea that one can point out connections and relations which exist between the conditions and development of the brain, and perhaps more importantly, the manifestations of the mind, is no longer a pervasive phenomenon. Yet, as we have previously studied, phrenology, when rigorously practiced, allows us to discover each from an observation of the other. The science of mind teaches us how to not only identify, but also how to measure the mental faculties of a patient. For instance, this specimen's overdeveloped organs found on either side of the lower back of its head, the protuberances previously measured, established the correctness presence in London has not gone unnoticed, especially since the destruction of our syrup distillery. What a pitiful fool you are. What will the people rely on now? Squeeze their trouble through. To keep us happy. Bloody rats! World of ours. Take back! Outnumbered. We are everywhere.
I'll do anything.
I'm not all my will. I'm begging you. At last it ends. Yet I can only think of beginnings. A better tomorrow. Forged with the blood of visionaries.
All I see is the blood of a lunatic.
Do you truly believe murdering an old man will stop humanity's great architect? Crawford Starrick has a glorious design for mankind.
Designs are meant to be broken.
You're a child. A child who believes it can solve all the world's woes with a flick of a blade. Have you ever pondered the consequences of your actions, Jacob Frye? Or did your father teach you nothing?
Yes, well, I'll tell the orderly to bring up some more beds.
Mr. Frye, how's your sister? Still in the rally, I hope.
Who's a good horse? You.
Elliotson expired, and soothing syrup production has ceased? Outrageous!
Frye intends to endanger all of London at the hands of the mob.
Or perhaps he doesn't intend much of anything at all.
Thank
He's
you,
simply
Philip.
content to dice with our lives.
The asylum is shut up. Medical care throughout the city is in disarray. He does not, cannot understand the consequences of his actions. The man is clearly an anarchist!
Gentlemen. This tea was brought to me from India. By a ship. Then up from the harbor to a factory, where it was packaged and ferried by carriage to my door. Unpacked in the larder and brought upstairs to me. All by men and women who work for me. Who are indebted to me, Crawford Starrick. For their jobs, the time, the very lives they lead. They will work in my factories, and so too shall their children.
And you come to me with talk of this Jacob Frye. This insignificant blemish who calls himself assassin? You disrespect the very city that works day and night so that we may drink this miracle, this tea.
I'm nearing the end of my research. Our beloved London shall not suffer such a bothersome fool for much longer.
And what of this sister I've heard of, Miss Frye?
Miss Frye shall be gutted. Soon enough. Delicious.
Sorry to interrupt, Initiate. Thought you'd like to know that Sean and Rebecca got away from Otzoberg. Berg runs a unit called Sigma Team. Violet DaCosta is his tech support. They've been hunting and killing assassins for a long time. Thank God you're all right.
Oh, tish tosh. It'll take more than a Templar super soldier to end the glorious saga of Sean Danger Hastings.
I was talking to Rebecca.
Right. Anyway, Berg's presence confirms it. The Peace of Eden is in London.
The Initiate's data sync suggests it's the Shroud.
The Templars seem to want it pretty bad all of a sudden. They must know something we don't.
The only thing we know is that we can't go up against Sigma Team alone.
Leave that to me. In the meantime, keep a low profile. Let the Initiate continue to sync the data.